This is the beet salad recipe, okay? This is what we're doing, beet salad recipe. This is the beet salad recipe. So that means we're gonna cook some beets off, all right? Super simple, there's a couple ways you can do it, but this is what we're gonna do right now. So, maybe you've never seen this before, or maybe you have. We're gonna take this salt, nice inexpensive salt, okay? Cheap stuff, okay? $1, nothing expensive, okay? See this here? I'm just filling a vessel, just like this, okay? And theoretically you can reuse this, so don't worry, you're not gonna be wasting it if you're worried, okay? Oops, label, don't need it, okay? So the point of this, cooking the beets just like this, okay? In the salt, okay? And why? Because this way there won't be any burning parts. You can leave it in the oven and the salt will not let it burn on one side, okay? Because if you leave it in a pan, or like this, let's say, or without the salt, then one side is gonna get black, burnt, okay? And that's what normally happens, but the salt is gonna stop it from happening, okay? So you're gonna cook it just like this, 450-degree oven, okay? Make it hot so it happens fast, okay? It's gonna be fantastic. So just like this, little salt on the bottom, and the salt's gonna discolor a little bit because the beets are gonna color the salt. Like it's just gonna turn a little purple, a little bit of black, something like that. And that's kind of the gist of what happens with the beets. So you just leave it like this. And if you're worried, you can always cover with some tin foil if you like. You don't have to, but you can, okay? I'm gonna put it in just like this in the oven at 450. Just like that, all right? That's all you gotta do. It's gonna take about an hour, like that. The other option would be to take a pot like this, put them in a pot, fill it with water, a little bit of vinegar. So like this holds 2 liters of water. Then I would put about 100 mils of vinegar. Beets, cook them on the stove, let them cook, simmer slowly, and then you would have those beets cooked in the water. That's another option. We've done the roasting beet component part that way. They have a different taste, a little more caramelized on the outside. This with the vinegar, also delicious, just different, okay? That's another option you have. So, same thing. Hazelnuts, we're gonna toast those a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put them in the oven just like this, dry. And I'm gonna shake them every once in a while. This probably won't take, at this temperature, if you cook them at the same time as you're cooking the beets, this probably won't take more than like maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So we're gonna put this in now. And we're gonna shake them up a little bit every once in a while, okay? And then we'll let them cool in a vessel just like this. All right? While that's happening, we don't have to go fast, you got an hour. So you can just relax. But while that's all happening, I'm gonna make a little vinaigrette. So I've got a little bit of cardamom here. Oops. Got some vinegar, some sherry vinegar right here. I'm gonna get a small spatula since I wanna get everything out. A little bit of honey. A little bit of olive oil. Okay. Just like that, okay? Very simple vinaigrette, okay? I'm gonna get a little black pepper in there because I like it. Okay, fresh ground, if you can do it. If not, that's okay too, all right? A little salt, because salt is delicious for everything, okay? And I should have thought of this in advance, but we're gonna put a list of this anyways, and we're gonna use a whisk. Just like that, okay? The honey's gonna dissolve. in this liquid without heating it up. Honey dissolves fairly easily, okay? Taste it. Tastes fantastic, okay? Good stuff. So, fairly simple. All these things we've just done, fairly simple, right? Now, we're gonna cut this so we can use it in the salad for garnish. So what I like to do, and what I'm gonna show you to do at home so that it's easy, okay? There's a couple ways to do it, but we're gonna try the easiest way so you can see how I do it, okay? So this one, top, right? Bottom, right? Okay. So we're gonna cut it off the top. Exposed, right? Now like this. I'm sure you've seen this before, but we're gonna do it again. Then we're gonna shave on the outside. We're gonna follow the pith line where the citrus and the pith start, and we're gonna follow it all the way to the bottom, and we're gonna do that all the way around, okay? And if it's not perfect, you just go back over it again. Okay, that wasn't perfect, right? But you can kind of see the line here where the fruit starts and the pith begins and they connect. So you're just gonna follow that line like that, okay? And you see that? And you're gonna keep doing the same thing. And you can see how I'm following it, you see that? Oh, the flying citrus peel. So you see that? So I'm gonna hold it up a little bit like this. You can see how I'm doing it? Just like that, right? Make sense? I can't hear you, but I'm gonna ask you anyways. Okay? And you just follow the line all the way across. Okay. And you can see how that works fairly easily, right? Make sure the knife is sharp though, okay? That will help tremendously in this case. Okay, and then if you have a little bit of the bottom there, give it a little bit of a shave so that it all gets rid of the pith, okay? So now you have that out of the way. And we'll just get this gone right there. Put this in the sink for now, okay? So now you have this, the orange. And now you have all these sections between the lines. You see all this? All the way around. So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna cut one to the center, and then I'm gonna do the other side. Okay? Like that. And then I'm gonna go like this. To the center, and then, oops. It's fighting back. Only on television. Okay. I'm leaving the membrane intact. I'm trying to get the most of the fruit out. Okay, just like that. So one side, going down to the center, and then I'm scooping the other side up and kind of plucking it out. Okay? Just try, okay? It's not perfect, it's gonna be all right. Okay? Try to collect the juice. Up. Okay? If you see that, some oranges cooperate more than other ones. But it's probably good that I have a difficult one so you can see that in this case, it can be a little bit more complicated than it has to be, but they still come out. Because you just have to follow along the pith line in the membrane and it comes off, all right? I hope you guys can see that at home. Fairly simply. Here, let's take that off so you can see right inside, because that's important. You got to be able to see what I'm doing. So we're just going to finish this off here by cutting the last piece. So the pith is away, the membrane is off. Okay, so you have all that. And sometimes, and this is what I do like this, I go and squeeze the rest out so I can get the juice out, because it's tasty, okay? All right, just like that. Squeeze it out. All right, now you got everything out of there. So now we have our components here. Got our cheese there, got our dressing ready to go. We're ready for the beets and the nuts. Let's check the nuts. Ah, okay, fantastic. So they're gonna get this color on them. Okay, and that's the color you want. Okay, just like that. And that doesn't take long at all. That probably took about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, okay? And we're gonna rub it off afterwards once they cool down because they're really hot. And we'll wait for them for a little bit. Obviously, we gotta wait for the beets anyways. So we have the time, and you're kind of prepared and ready to go for whatever happens. We have those lovely beets right here. And so these have been cooked for about an hour. You can put whether you put a knife, you should feel like soft butter kind of putting them in there. So when you want to test them to make sure whether you use this, whether you use a knife like this, and you stick it in there, it should be like soft butter, all right? And then we'll peel these. I put these gloves on because I don't need purple hands. But you can also use a towel. Why don't I go like this? We'll put the beets in there. Go like this if you like, with a towel. I'm using a paper one because I don't want to wash a purple towel. And it just comes off ever so gently. There's that way. And then of course you could always use a knife. So you can just kind of scrape it off a little bit. And it peels off ever so gently. Just like that, okay? Yep, just like that. You can use a knife, and if they're still warm, a towel works good too. Nice roasted beets, caramelized on the outside slightly, and sweet, definitely sweet. If you don't want to touch up your board, you can do this too. Sometimes cut it right on here. And so you have a little barrier. Or you take some plastic wrap, okay? So you don't have to worry about making a mess if you're very, very particular. You can cut these up in wedges, like that. Or you can cut them up like this, in circles. Rondelle in French, okay? But that doesn't matter. And you don't have to cut them all the same because we can make it all look a little different if we so choose, okay? Did you see that color? See that? Nice, dark, rich, very tasty, okay? Caramelized in there, it's fantastic. See that better? Oh yeah. Just cuts right through it like some butter. Warm butter. Oh yeah. Fantastic. Okay. See? Relatively clean board. I don't really need the gloves. Okay. So, here we are. Just like that. Now, at home, maybe, take a spoon. And, let's see. Maybe, let me take some of this. Put it on there, just like that. Okay. This would be a serving tray, something that you could put in the middle of two people at home, any way you want. Okay. Could be like that, or just flip it over. Maybe you want to go like this. Maybe it stands up. Maybe it's up like that. Maybe you want to expose it a little bit more. Okay? You want to use the whole plate. You want to go up on the rim. Just make it look nice. Okay? Maybe we put a little of these in between. Sits on top. Or, so you can see, maybe I give it a cut like this. And now I got the top, I got a piece like that leaning on another one. Maybe go like that. Okay? So everybody gets a little bit, okay? Something like that. Spread it out a little bit. Okay, we're just rubbing off the skin a little bit. And you can just kind of go like this. Crack them up a little. Try not to make too much of a mess. I'm doing a great job of that. But you can put it in a towel. You can also go like this. See this? You can go like that so they don't move. All right? How does that blow your hair back? All right, see that? Yeah? Oh, flying hazelnuts everywhere. So what if you go like this a little bit? Season up. A little more dressing on there. Right? And we have a little bit of the frise right here. So I just kind of put it around where it's convenient, or I think it looks good, okay? You put it where you think it looks good. You don't have to use it all. You can definitely spread it out a little bit. This is just a platter that you can put between two people, okay? You can always set it up individually. That would be more of an American style. And this idea is kind of more of a French style, okay? Where you put it in the middle of the two, and you kind of take a knife and a fork. Maybe a little bit of arugula here and there. Yeah, you don't have to use it like this at all. You can spread it out a little bit. Okay. Got one more layer of that, like this. Maybe a touch more like that. So the lettuce gets all delicious, okay? Now you've got this on the side. Oops. Maybe I have a little bit left over. And now you got a little bit of Taleggio cheese right here. Nice room temperature, which is kind of what you want, because that makes things taste good. All right. Now you can put it right on top in the middle here, or you can cut it up a little bit so that everybody gets a little something. Okay. Right? So you can see it, so they can all go for it, okay? And then we're gonna go like this. All right? Now that's just one version, okay? You plate this on for two people, you have enough to do 2 plates for sure. Hazelnuts are extra, enough lettuce. The idea is to make it taste good, okay? So whether this is left over or not, or you put it on 2 plates, or you have it on 1 plate, you have options. But it's just another way to present something. You can then now put in the middle of 2 people, over on one side and the other side, and then you have a serving utensil, maybe you have a spoon and a fork, like that, coming out of it, just like this, and then you kind of serve. Oh, would you like some of this? Would you like a little bit more of this or that? And that's how you would get started, all right? So I hope this really works out for you, and I hope you have a good time making it, because it should be fun, all right? So enjoy, guys, and let's do a different recipe another time.